It's time for a game day preview. New York Jets, Kansas City Chiefs, the final show before kickoff later this evening. Time for a final preview, final predictions. We get into all of it right now. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans. Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show. Come on, people. Connor Rodgers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby. For me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Good morning. What's poppin', everybody? My name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show. We're streaming live simultaneously in 3 different places. Heavy on Jets Facebook page, over 38,000 New York Jet fans. Thanks, guys, for the support, and I love the commentary. YouTube.com/BoyGreen25. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're at 5,500 subscribers. The more, the merrier. And Twitter as well, at BoyGreen25 as well. It is our weekly game day preview here on a beautiful Sunday. We have Sunday Night Football with the Jets for the first time in over 11 years. And for the first time in a week, we have weekly Woody back on the show. James Woody, every Sunday here on the show. It's official. What's up, JETS? What's poppin'?
Hey, I hope you guys aren't tired of me, because I'm not going anywhere, all right? To quote Jordan Belfort, I won't do the whole quote. I think you've seen it before, but I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. It's the weekly Woody, and today, like you said, first game in 11 years. I am excited. It's game day. It's game day. Yeah. Happy game day, Boy Green.
I appreciate that. And I know a lot of people are somewhat in their feels, about this game. That this is not, for at least for them, for whatever reason, the game day they're looking for. So I'll just bring up an example because I love the people over at Badlands, Connor Rodgers and Joe Caparoso. They do a wonderful job. Like, here's an example of the feelings right now in the social media streets on this Jets-Chiefs game. We have Joe tweeting out game day with Tony Soprano right there on his bed, just kind of staring blankly at the ceiling. That's not the kind of energy we need for Pete's sake, everybody. First off, I want to say this. While does it suck that Aaron Rodgers is out, although he's back for this game, we'll give you a little bit more on that in a second. Does it suck? Of course it does. But there's still 13 more games, or in this case, 14 more, games to go in the season. Like, let's strap up, baby, and enjoy this thing. This season ain't over. It's not time to bunt. Let's go for this thing. Let's show a little bit of chutzpah. I'm freaking stacked. I'm freaking excited. I could be more excited for Rodgers, but I'm still excited for Sunday night gosh darn football. It's my favorite production. I'm not just saying that because the Jets are on it this week. I feel this way all the time. I love the production value. I love how they present it. I love Sunday night football. It's my favorite. So first time in 11 years, this is titillating.
I love the positivity. I do.
Yes. You're muted yourself there. Yeah, there you go.
My apologies. No, I'm definitely, it's Sunday night football. Like you said, Swifties, Taylor Swift Nation, we're about to introduce ourselves to a whole new audience.
Yeah, muted yourself again there, Woody. I don't know what's happening there. Yeah. Still muted. Can't hear you. We lost you, Woody. That's okay. You you figure out what just happened with your audio. I'll welcome a few people in as you're grabbing that out. So let's say good morning to a few people. There you are. You're back. Okay.
My apologies.
That's okay.
But yes, we are introducing these Jets to the Swifty Nations. But what are we introducing? Are we about to introduce a 6-point squad? Or are we about to be competitive against the defending Super Bowl champions? I'll just tell you this. one of those options seem more likely than the other. I'm not going to say which
There
one.
you go.
Maybe I said which one, and maybe that's why I was getting muted. Maybe somebody, Woody Johnson, somebody just hacked my microphone
That makes
and
sense.
didn't want me to say the truth. So I'll just keep quiet.
Okay, there you go. That's for the best. Now, what we will be doing is we're going to be introducing a new segment here on the show in just a little bit. But before we get there, I do want to share. I find it exciting, and I heard a lot of people clowning me last night. That's fine. I got haters. I got people that are not about what I bring to the table. And I will share this news on the screen. We found this out last night, although I had a feeling all week that this was going to be the case, and it does indeed come to fruition. NFL insider Jordan Schultz of The Score revealed last night that Aaron Rodgers was at the Jets facility last night and will attend Sunday Night Football tonight against the Chiefs after being cleared by his doctor. I'm told, this is Jordan Schultz, that Rodgers just attended the team meeting and spoke to his teammates. Good boost for Zach Wilson and having Rodgers there to support him. And again, I don't have any insight on this. I said this on the show yesterday, but here's my belief. I believe there's going to be an Aaron Rodgers video montage package that is played as part of the kickoff to tonight's festivities. Again, that's not an inside scoop, although I know a lot of people in the Jets building that could confirm that information to me, but I'm just going to keep on my speculative train, and I believe that's what's going to happen. I believe because of Rodgers' injury, it will not be safe enough for him to be on the sideline because obviously anything can happen. So I believe he's going to be up in the booth, and then they will show this package and then shoot the camera up to Rodgers, and he's going to give one of these, and then the crowd's going to go wild, and then this is for Aaron, and then woo! I'm going to lose my freaking crap. So that's what I believe is going to transpire this evening. But it'll be great and emotional to have Rodgers back. I mean, the Jets are already undefeated in primetime, 1-0 for those counting at home, and 1-0 with Rodgers' ghost Obi-Wan spirit. They could improve that to 2-0 on Sunday Night Football. So that's a stat I don't hear a lot of people trotting out. That's it.
I mean, that's true. And the Chiefs are 0-1. So it's possible, right? You know, they already had their L. Maybe, you know, that's the only for their season is 0-2. You are convincing me because I know when I woke up, I had no faith whatsoever. I was expecting the smackdown, but you are turning my frown upside down. There is a possibility. There's a possibility, and I'm beginning to believe right here, right now.
And I will say this before we get into this new bit, which I've been teasing dramatically here. There's been a lot of trash kind of thrown back and forth. Willie Gay kind of laughing at Zach Wilson and the offense. Jermaine Johnson, my fault for tweeting out that clip, and Chiefs Kingdom finding said clip where he said, "Oh, we got something for Patrick Mahomes," when talking about the pass rush plan. I saw Chiefs Nation found that. Patrick Mahomes' trainer found that and apparently showed that to Mahomes. So I apologize for absolutely nothing. If he needs to be motivated by some 10-second clip, then Mahomes, perhaps he ain't as good as people says he is. So, you know what? Suck it. I apologize for nothing for sharing that clip. So suck it, Mahomie, as far as I'm concerned, with all of that jazz. But there is a lot of hoopla going back and forth, and in particular for Zach. Obviously, he's been made fun of. Joe Namath calls him out. Fans, media analysts everywhere. Again, if you just turn on Zach Wilson hubbub anywhere, like it is horrible. So I can't even imagine if I'm Zach Wilson going out for a bagel or anything, and I'm hearing all this garbaggio. So for Zach Wilson, if I was in Zach Wilson's position, I obviously this would be incredibly tough. But you know what? The best medicine you can deliver is to shut them all up by doing something. And again, there hasn't been a lot of signs in a consistent basis through the first 3 weeks of the season that he can do this. But if he could just shut people up and get the ball to the open guy, all of a sudden the chirping quiets down and you're able to flip the narrative on Sunday night gosh darn football. So I'll be rooting for Zach. I will not be wearing a Zach Wilson jersey. I'm actually going to try out one of my legacy jerseys. I bought two, Quinnen Williams and Sauce. We'll see which one. I've not worn either. I've only worn it to confirm that it fits. Okay, they didn't mess it up. Okay, booyah. And I'll be wearing one of those tonight. This is the final game that they'll be trotting those out this season. So, yeah, got to get those in. And keep the comments coming, by the way, everybody. I see them absolutely pouring in from everywhere. So make sure you guys keep those coming. So here is the new segment. We'll be doing it every Sunday here. And even when the Jets play on Monday Night Football later this year or other days of the week, we'll still do this for the other games that will be coming up. But nonetheless, we're going to throw this up on the screen. And Woody, hopefully you've been watching The Matrix. You're going to have to dive out of this bullet way as it slaps on the screen. But here it is. Whoa. Here we are.
Wrong direction.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm going to keep like dipping my head into the graphic, but this is the Woody 3. We of course called this interview Weekly Woody, but the Woody 3. And these are 3 things, Woody, that you're looking for in the Jets Chiefs game. And you do this every week, and you have a column out for the Jet Press and everything else. So give people a few of those details before we go piece by piece through this. Yeah, give a plug.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely the Woody 3. This is year 3 of the Woody 3.
Wow.
Where I identify 3 things that I'm looking at. So there's a lot of 3s going on right now. But yeah, they don't necessarily have to be stats or players or it's literally just whatever is happening at the time that I'm saying, hey, these are the 3 the keys, if you will. I'm not saying keys to win, but keys to what's going on with our team at that time. So that's pretty much what we got going on.
All right, let's start going through these. Say Can Kelsey, Travis Kelce here on the screen.
Put some vibrato in that, boy Green.
Yeah, go ahead.
Say Can Kelsey.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a lot more clear. Yeah, you need to do the sell job on this. You're doing a much better job than me. Okay, walk us through. So Travis Kelce, obviously the superstar tight end for the Chiefs. Yeah, he's been in the news. All right, give us the deets on Woody number 1.
Well, the tight end position, I've been saying it in the offseason. The tight end position has been giving us some business, some business, So the last 8 games, if you just look at the last 8 games, we're talking about these 3 games and then the last 5 of last year, the tight end position has scored 70% of the touchdowns allowed by the defense. That is an alarmingly high number, 70%.
Wow.
In the last 8 games. And now we're about to go against the unquestioned best tight end in football. We can sit here, we can debate who number 2 is. We cannot debate who number 1 is. Travis Kelce is that dude. Also during this run here of 8 games, we had Evan Ingram, 10 catches over 100 yards. We are letting pedestrian type players. Last week, Pharaoh Brown just came out here.
Who?
And just. So it's been bad. We lost the Lions game on a third string tight end. It's just the tight end position has been just cashing in all over the New York Jets defense. And with Kelce, his girl in the stands, okay, spotlight on him. Whew, it's very. I'm shaking right now, shaking in my socks right now, thinking about this Travis Kelce performance. Will he put up 100 yards? Will he get 2 TDs? We don't know.
Well, Woody, just try to shake it off, okay? And let's get to the hey-o. I'm just kidding. That's probably the only one I know. I'm going to be honest. So I emptied the chamber pretty early, but nonetheless, hey, different strokes, different folks. What about number 2? Can they hack it?
Yes.
That's a big question. Big question in this one.
Something tells me we're going to be asking this question more than once this season, but we're definitely asking it tonight. And the offense has not been good. It's actually been very bad. I think we all know that. We have less points scored this whole season than the Dolphins average per game. That's
tough.
It's very
By the
tough.
way, just to sprinkle in some additional nuggets, they are last in total yards per game in terms of averages, last in passing yards per game, and last in points per game with 14 points per game. That is dead last in the league, and they're dead last those other 2 categories I just mentioned heading into this game.
So it's not looking good, right? Right now we're not hacking it, but you look at the career of Blake Bortles. I mean, dude literally couldn't even stay in the league once Nathaniel Hackett left the organization. So, and when he was in the organization, they were 6 minutes away from winning the AFC Championship, right, with a 10-point lead on the New England Patriots. So you see that, Hackett, he does have an offensive mind. There's been criticism over his personnel usage. I'm part of that criticism. We look at the Broncos, but head coaches and coordinators are different things. Our very own Todd Bowles was able to prove that not too long ago in Tampa Bay, and now he's kind of proven it again these years in Tampa Bay. So Hackett, in his natural position, can he get the most out of Zach Wilson? Something that should be noted. He had back-to-back touchdown passes week 1, week 2. That only happened once all of last year, and he played 13 games. So maybe there is actually something there that Hackett, has been able to get Zach to see the field a little bit better. Rodgers, if he has a headset on, maybe they're about to see something a little bit better, like that, 56-yard bomb to Malik Taylor in the preseason. But that's, Hackett is here for a reason, and this is that reason, is to help make the game fun, to be a coach, and to get people in the gold zone and then scoring in that gold zone like we heard on Hard Knocks.
Well, there's a little too much consistency here. So Woody 3, okay? The Jets have only scored 3 offensive touchdowns so far this season. The Chiefs defense have only allowed 3 offensive touchdowns this season on the defensive side of the ball. There's a little too much 3 in basketball is pretty fun. 3 in football, and not so much. So we need a little bit more than 3 if we want to win this gosh darn game here in week number 4. But speaking of 3s, let's go to your third point here, and I could see it. The denture spitting Jet fan that is going viral on social media and everything else. Lights, cameras, reactions.
Exactly. I mean, right now, everything is magnified. All right. We're talking Taylor Swift is here. We're talking Sunday Night Football. That's your favorite of the 3 primetime games. The eyes of America will be on this game. So the things that happen here will be magnified. All right. There was booing last week, right? There was fighting last week. I mean, this man went viral last week, right? But that was a 4:00 game. All right. People caught that, on highlights or something like that. It wasn't that big. Now, if he gets booed, right, on primetime, that's a little different. The last time he was booed on primetime, he was benched. Jacksonville Jaguars. All right. I've seen in the comments, somebody said re-signs Chris Streveler. He played a full quarter, right? That game. So what are the reactions that we're going to see? Now, we'd like to think that maybe Salah was on his knees. Aaron, please come here, help get the morale up, right? Because Aaron already talked about on Pat McAfee those reactions and what they mean, how they look. So maybe, that is their antidote, if you will, to this scenario. But hey, temper's flare. If something happens, the whole world will see it and they'll be talking about it.
Well, that is for sure, because again, if you think about it, Zach Wilson was benched twice last year. Once was after the Patriots 10-3 loss where he took no accountability. That was less than ideal. Then the second time he was benched was when you said for Chris Streveler. And, for as much as we love the cult hero Chris Streveler and the Jets fan base, he struggles with one key thing, and that's throwing the football forward. And the last time I checked, that's part of the quarterback position. So as much as we love Chris Streveler, Zach Wilson, number 2 overall pick, got benched for Chris Streveler. Yikes. Now, heading into this game, to your point, the extra magnified attention, the entire world is watching. So I hope, and again, hope with an H, that old Zach Wilson here uses that as motivation to be able to flip the script, because again, in a 1:00 window, 4:00 window, it's whatever. But Zach Wilson in primetime has a chance to do one of 2 things. One, of immediately quiet the haters and doubters, because he's doing it on a national stage against the defending Super Bowl champs. And if all of a sudden he turns up for this game, the wave of at the very least, if it's not whoa, okay, it's wow. All right. All of a sudden, I got a discount double check. I'm going to have to give this one another gander at some point. So all of a sudden, that narrative starts to change just a hair. But, of course, as people have mentioned in here, that this could be the final start of Zach Wilson's career. I want to say 2 things here. First off, obviously, if things go south, that's magnified, obviously, to a cajillionth level from the first off, the people that we watch Sunday Night Football anyway, which is a lot. And then the last week, when Taylor Swift was at that Chiefs-Bears game, it had 24.3 million viewers. That was number 1 in the league. Was Chiefs-Bears number 1 on the counter? Absolutely not, it wasn't. So, again, we can understand what factor that included. So there will be some extra juice on this one. But yeah, here's the thing for Zach. You know what? We've all and naturally had a freaking reaction of like, wow, Zach was not great at all last week. That was hard to watch despite the no turnover that is consistently being trot out. But I'm not giving up on the young man. But we can't. Like, we have no choice. I mean, I guess you can at home and just root against him, I guess, but that's not in my DNA. Okay. Again, I thought that they should move on to somebody else, but there's no one else. I'm not, by the way, Tim Boyle, get out of here. I'm not benching Zach Wilson for Tim Boyle. And all the people say, well, he's got to be better. Obviously not. If this coaching staff is like, no, we're good, then I'm good. I trust the coaching staff on this one. Maybe you guys don't. Tim friggin' Boyle, look at his career numbers. They're ugly. And then what? You're going to cling and hold on to? Well, in that preseason game, he looked halfway decent. Shut up. So Tim Boyle, no. But if you want to make fun of the Jets for not having more competent backup, then okay, we can have that chat. But Tim Boyle, get the hell out of here. And Trevor Siemian is not expected to be active tonight. So it's a Zach Wilson show. And then if Zach Wilson looks halfway decent, he's going to get at least the first half in the Denver game, if not longer. So Zach Wilson has to realize that this is the end of the rope. And if he fails, he's never. If he gets benched, I don't think he ever comes back in a Jets uniform. Like, I would imagine if he gets benched, he may go to what was supposed to be the cryogenically frozen QB3 inactive on game days. That's where I think we're going. So I hope Zach realizes that. I hope he seizes the moment and changes some minds, because right now, this is his last opportunity. This is the last proverbial whack at the pinata. And I'm hoping he cuts it loose. Now, when I say cut it loose, I don't need him throwing for 500 yards, although that'd be fun. All I need is to take some shots, take some vertical shots. And I'm not saying you have to throw it 45 times, 40 times, 30 times. That's not what I'm saying, because I've seen a few people throw the analytics when Zach Wilson throws this many times, they have this record. No. Improve the quality of said passes. Improve the shots. By taking a shot, only good things can happen, if you really think about it. Number one, defensive pass interference could happen on a deep shot. Okay. The defense will just inevitably back up like, whoa, okay, he's trying to take shots. When you're just playing this ball control offense, just running the ball down people's throats, they're like, all right, let's load up the box. It's like in baseball, we see someone, we're like, yeah, let's bring it in, boys. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in a little closer. This guy ain't hitting it over here. Okay. So there's a little bit of that action. And then number three, the most obvious thing, connecting on one of those deep plays. Zooey mama. Okay. He caught it. He threw it. He got it. So a big play happened. Could you throw a pick? Of course you could. You could throw a pick short too. So take the shots. That's my advice. 10 points ain't going to win this Chiefs game. Our defense is really good, but 10 points ain't going to win this Chiefs game. You have to put up points on the board. And I love Garrett Wilson. Had the pressure on him all week saying, we got to keep up. We got to catch up. And he was talking about offensively scoring points. So hopefully they got something in the bag. If I'm Nathaniel Hackett, Mecole Hardman, Xavier Gibson, let's get some splash. Let's get some splash. That's what I'm looking for tonight, James.
Splash, speed, give it all. Give it all to me. All right. I'm hoping. I mean, I cannot sit here and say that this is Zach's last chance. I honestly, I can't say that. It seems like this front office is so fiercely loyal to their pick. My wife is not watching this show, so I will say they could be my wife. Their reluctance to admit a mistake is literally that same God tier as my wife, because I think they made one. But we're just doing the same old dance. Like you said, we don't have a choice. So of course we can hope. I want to pray that he throws for 500 yards. The man has only thrown 300 twice in his career. But is this the first time he throws for 3 touchdowns in a game? That would be great.
Yeah.
That'd
be spectacular.
So anything is possible. But we'll see. If Rodgers is in the headset, that'll make me feel confident. Like you said, with the video package, one of those.
I expect that to happen. Yes.
Play for Aaron. They won before for Aaron. I don't know if they can keep doing that, every week, but it can definitely.
Yeah, it's for the season. Dedicate the season. I mean, that's legit. He tore his Achilles. The season was all about Rodgers, and let's keep it about Rodgers. Let's do this for Aaron Rodgers. Let's do it for Papa. Let's impress. Let's rally. Let's do it for him. Yes, you can. You say, I don't know if you can drop. Hell yeah, you can. You can drop that out every gosh darn week, as far as I'm concerned. And now that he's going to, I would imagine, if he's going to be there tonight, as it's been reported, then he should be there every week moving forward now. So I think that's going to be a massive energy boost. This locker room respects the hell out of Aaron Rodgers. His credibility and statistics and accolades and all that speaks for itself. But the bonds he's made with his teammates over the last 5-6 months or so since coming over here, I think that's going to be special. So let's wrap up with this. Woody, Woody, woohoo. What is your prediction for this contest? Jets, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football tonight. Score prediction. How do you see this playing out?
Boy Green, you gave me a lot of reasons to be positive, a lot of reasons to believe in these Jets.
Sure.
Try them out every week. But if I take off my Gotham green glasses and set them right here, I'm going to have to say that this final score is about to be 33-13. The Kansas City Chiefs just running wild. I wish I had a Taylor Swift song. I wish I did. But I think, yeah. You know what? I should do 35-13, and then my Taylor Swift pun will be they're gonna win by 22.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
There you go. Well, okay. I appreciate you bringing some realness to the show because reality is important. That's important in a relationship. But I'm gonna just play this clip if I can.
They say it can't be done. They say we have no chance. Hey, let me tell you something. Any man can be beat on any day.
And that is LaDainian Tomlinson, baby. Any man can be beat on any day. And I would play the Rocky scene, and I'd show the Chiefs losing to the Lions and say, he's just a man, Rocky. He's just a man. Because that's what they are. The Chiefs are human beings. They can be beat. They have been beat this season in prime time. Hell, they got beat at home, at Arrowhead. They could get beat on the road. They could get beat anywhere. The Jets can do this thing. It's an 8.5-point spread. We've seen much worse as Jet fans in our lives. Vegas knows something. This spread isn't 12, 13, 14. The latest line I just saw this morning was 8.5 Chiefs, which means the money has been coming towards the Jets because it started at 9.5. People believe with their hard-earned dollars, their money. Okay, so Woody, you could lose by 22. Well, guess what? Okay, the Jets are going to beat the Chiefs tonight. Count on it. Sunday Night Football. Here's the score. 28-27. New York Jets. Last second Zach Wilson drive to win the game. Boom. Boom. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, pal. That's happening tonight, and I just want to make it clear that I don't give predictions on this show. I give spoiler alerts, okay? so note that in the back of the room, the person that's at that one jury that takes notes of everything that transpires in the courtroom, note that. Write that in the book. Jets are winning tonight.
Wow. Boy Green Heyman with the spoiler for tonight. I mean, all right. I mean, obviously, I hope you're right. Like, let's
check back the footage.
That is what I'm praying for. That's what's in the diary. But I would definitely have my tissues ready on the couch. I'm here.
Okay. Re-roll the footage here in 12 hours won't be enough. We won't even be at game time in 12 hours. It's kind of weird to be on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to have all day. I'm going to be watching the Bills-Chiefs game at 1 o'clock. I got the Toy Story game here in an hour. I'm going to check that out, So, we got a little bit of everything going on today. But nonetheless, enjoy the day. Now, normally we'd be sending it with the kickoff in a couple hours. It's over 12 hours away. So enjoy the day of football. And then we'll come back. We will rally. We will be live here after the show, everybody. So after the game, excuse me. It's about 2 hours after the final whistle. We'll be live here on the show. So that may be 1 a.m. or something by the time we get there. So we'll have all the latest sound from everybody involved, and we'll be talking about that one. And also one quick shout out, everybody. If you haven't already, I interviewed Garrett Wilson, New York Jets wide receiver, earlier this week. Phenomenal interview. He was spectacular. You guys can check that out in the live feed. You can check that out in the normal feed. You can even check out in the audio-only version of Boy Green Daily if you prefer that as well. So make sure you support. Garrett Wilson was amazing, and absolute bucket list item right there, getting to speak with Garrett Wilson and get him to laugh at some of my crazy Boy Green whatever. So seeing him break character was pretty funny too. So all of that and more. So guys, make sure you check out that interview, like the video, support wherever you can. We appreciate it. Woody, I'm looking forward to doing this every week with you, my man.
Hey, weekly Woody. It's just what the doctor ordered. Doctor.
Yes, we're getting all of that in. So appreciate it. Appreciate your negativity, Woody. That is a beautiful way to drag the train down. But that's all right. We appreciate having a little bit of that here on the show. We'll see you guys later this evening for our post-game reaction show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll also see you tomorrow morning, of course, at 7:30. Everybody, take care. We'll see you soon.